Hi y'all, and welcome to my channel. My name is Chedonna, and in today's video we are going to be writing out all of the things for the month of May in what I call my monthly overview pages. If you've been with Happy Planner, there's a couple different layouts that have this. This is the hourly layout for the Work Plus Lifeline. So you have the calendar, and then you go into let me see if I can show you. So you have the calendar, because I've already got all this stuff on there. But then you go into what I like to call, some people call these your monthly dashboard. I personally call them my monthly overview pages, because to me my dashboard is that, right? Like that's the dashboard. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So I did go ahead and decorate them already, which I will post. That video should have already been up. But we need to go ahead and get everything filled out for this now. So essentially it's our after the pin, so we can prepare for the month of May. We are in the last week of April, so we've got to get this going. So if you've seen any of my after the pins for my overview pages in the past, you'll know that I do, when I'm writing out, like looking at my new month, when I'm doing my recaps, I take just a blank sheet of paper and I kind of like put what do I want to have as my focus areas for the upcoming month based off what my prior month looked like. So every month I do just grab a sheet of paper and I kind of plan out what I want to be in these areas. So I do have this off to the side. That way I have it as my guide. So every month I do like to have a monthly habit focus. And so these are going to be my homemade calendar boxes. I don't know if y'all can see that, but look, y'all, I had to draw those because I couldn't find any. They look crazy. You can read it from where I can see it. But anyways, so obviously, and I do this one every month, it's just my 15-minute tidy up. And I don't necessarily have to write this every month, but I personally love the habit of checking off the boxes and having a quick snapshot view at the end of the month, how many days that I actually got things done. So I don't have to have this. It is built in as a routine, but I still like the physical movement of checking it off. And then gardening. And this is not something that we do every day, and so I do like to track this. I do go out to my garden every day, but there's not always something that has to be done in it every day. So I just like to track when we are not necessarily going out to the garden, but when we're actually working in the garden. So I like to track that. And then I do have a budget planner, but I don't do tracking too much in that. It's more like just pen to paper, like running monthly live budget. But I do like to have a tracker for no spend days. Again, I like to have that end of the month snapshot of what did it look like throughout the month. So we're going to do the no spend days there. This box is always just my inspo, is what I call it. And I already put a quote there. This box, we actually like to do our monthly events. So any events that come up, we will like to possibly try to attend. We do go ahead and put those in. And I did go ahead and I went through our it's Walton County, where I live here in Florida. And they have a county site and a Defuniak Springs, the city I live in. They're on site for free and or inexpensive events or just different things happening around town. So we do have a couple things that we want to do. On the 3rd, we have a murder mystery night. I love that. And if y'all see, my handwriting is not the best, but whatever. And it's at 7 p.m. at Sunbright Inn. I love the Sunbright Inn, and I'm gonna put it's $75. This is it's a boutique hotel. It's a revamped type of bed and breakfast, but I love this place because this is an old historic home that they've revamped into this boutique hotel, but it used to actually be the mayor of Defuniak's home, like back in the 1920s or something. It's really cool. It's a big historical place. Over the years, it's been multiple things, but people have kept up the history on it, and there's placards about the different well-known figures that have helped build up our town. It's little though, y'all. We have like 4,000 people in our town. It's little, okay? We have like 3 stoplights. I mean, but anyways, love that. And then on the 7th, we have strawberry canning, strawberry jam, canning. I love that too, and that's at 6 p.m. And that one is 15. And these that are, the Sunbright Inn is different, but the ones that do we call it's our Walton County Environmental Services. They do a lot of different events for, I say farmers, like people who farm or sustainable living, if you like to homestead, things like that. Again, because of the town I'm from, we're a very small, very country town. So they do a lot of different, like strawberry jam canning. I know how to can jam, but I want to take my son. He's watched me can jam before, but he's never actually fully gotten into the process. And he actually asked, could he learn how to do it? So that's actually a perfect event, and it's only $15. And then my favorite one, I can't wait for this one, but it is toward the end of the month, but we have cheese making. I absolutely love making cheese. Okay, this one is at 5, and this one is 30. I've made so many different types of cheeses. I love making cheeses. We are a cheese heavy family. We have no less than probably 15 different cheeses in our house at all times. So cheese making course, yes please, because then I can learn a different cheese that maybe I don't know how to make yet. That's awesome. Okay, so then for here, I do break this big running to-do list into 2 sections. And basically how I work this is the top section is just any generic, basic monthly to-dos, right? So I need to check my P.O. box, refresh, indoor plants. I like to feed them and aerate them and like fluff the soil and make sure everything is good for those. So we're going to do that. And of course, every month we have to do dogs and wash, nails, and treat. Now, this is not to say we only wash our dogs once a month and we only clip their nails once a month. No. I just like to have this down so I can check off each thing as we do it. So one week it'll be one thing, one week and not every month we treat them. We always give them their medications, but treatment could be their monthly medications or their quarterly flea treatment or quarterly heartworm. It could be anything. So I still like to have that in there. Now this one I do only do once a month because I'm lazy. I make my son do it actually more than me. But I do once a month, go out and wash my car inside out, do a full deep clean. He does it for me once a week, but he only does like a quick 15-year-old boy clean. So I like to go in once a month and do a full clean. So then every month I do this as well. And I don't really have to write what each thing is just because I know what I'm doing, but I'll explain it. Oh, I just wrote fridge twice because I tried to talk to you guys as I was writing. I meant to write freezer. So fridge, freezer, and pantry. So every month I do a deep clean of that, but I also redo my inventory. So I am huge for meal planning and meal prepping. I haven't done a lot of videos on my channel for that, but if it's something y'all are interested in, definitely comment that down below. I do not mind sharing my methods and how I do things, but I absolutely love meal planning and meal prepping. So I do a deep clean and I call it a restock. It's not really a restock. It's what it is. I'm updating my on-hand list. That way I know when I do my big Sam's trips what we need to buy for bulk items. And the last one is write new recipe. So I have been for a couple of years working on writing a cookbook, but I've slacked off on it. But I love to cook, again, hence meal planning, meal prepping, and I love writing recipes with things that we have on hand. And I have not written a new recipe in probably 2 or 3 months, and I used to write one a month. So I definitely have to get back on that. Slacker much? Yes. Okay, so then for the bottom section here, this is my what I call monthly room focus. So each month I take one room of my house and do a full complete deep clean on it. I hate deep cleaning and I do not want to deep clean all day long, but I've noticed if I break this for one room a month, my house for one is always clean. I don't ever have to like go in and do like a major deep clean all the time. But it just makes me feel accomplished when I can check everything off and one room is completely done and I don't go, oh, well, I did do a deep cleaning and dusting in all the rooms, but you can't tell because all I did was dust. I don't know. That's just my philosophy. I need to have it feel accomplished. Okay, so this is easy. Light and vents, walls and baseboards. This one, I don't really know how to explain to you guys. Again, this is just more of me and the way my brain works. I really like to check things off. I like to see that sense of accomplishment. Curtain and blinds. So, I'll go through this in just a second. But clearly I can't talk and write. Declutter. Okay. I'll tell y'all about this one here in just a sec. Bedding. Carpets. And touch up. Touch up. And I'll have to write this one down a little bit. Touch up paint, because again, 15-year-old boy, his walls sometimes be going crazy. So for the room deep clean, I literally just break it down from top to bottom, what I need to do in the room. So clean the lights, vents, walls, baseboards, windows, curtains, blinds, declutter. Furniture, when I say furniture, yes, it's deep cleaning the furniture, but I also just take an inventory of what is it looking like. Do we need to do any repairs, any touch-ups? Do we need to look at potentially saving for replacement? Things like that. Bedding, obviously it's just a thorough, wash. Carpets, vacuum, shampoo, all the things. And touch-up paint, again, because I have a 15-year-old boy whose walls not always look in the best ways. So we'll just leave that one with that one. All right, so that's actually the hardest part, is like really figuring out what do I want to track. This one is easy, kind of, just because these are kind of recurring. There'll be a few extra things, and that's also why I leave extra time or lines for writing things down. This is always going to be almost the same. It's just the room itself is going to be different. And then the events, I do have to take some time and look up the events. And now, of course, this isn't all the events that are happening. When I look at our events, I just try to choose the top 3 that we know we absolutely want to go to, and if there's others throughout that, we go to them, but I only list the top 3. So the next one is pretty simple. It's the goals. I say simple. It's not simple when you are brainstorming and planning. It's simple when you're writing it all down. So for goals for the month, so this one is always a goal. This is a recurring, but again, these are the things that I like to have these things written down. So family is always a goal. Hence, we have monthly events we try to go to, but we always do Zayden's Choice. That's my son's name, if y'all didn't know. So each month we do let him choose one bigger activity. Now, again, this is not to say he only gets one thing every month. There's a lot of little things like dances, school events. His girlfriend actually took him to his first concert the other day. So there's different things that we do, but Zayden's Choice is just one big thing that we can do as a family together. And then we do have what I call it family time, but it is just dedicated time for the family, and I will explain. So that could be cooking, games, pool time, either pool time, etc. When I say pool time, people get confused because we have a pool table and an actual pool. So pool time could be either playing pool, like billiards, or swimming in the pool. But we like to cook together as a family. Again, we're cookers. My husband's Italian. I just like to cook in general. I like to try new recipes. My son actually has gotten over the years into that with us. So we do like to spend at least 2 times a month where we cook a family dinner together. And that's something that's a bigger style dinner. It's going to take you a little more time. So for example, anytime Zayden gets to choose, it's chicken parmesan. I don't know why, but he loves making that meal, and that's totally fun. And then we always do try to make sure that we can go to at least one. Normally it is more than one, but at least one in-town event. And that kind of helps, correlate that. So we've got like the main, but I do follow them on Facebook, our local town and city and county pages on Facebook, Instagram, all that. So they always are putting things in that they're doing locally. So for the next one, finances. Finances is going to be a big one for us simply because I can't write. Simply because we have had quite substantial change recently, because if y'all follow my channel, y'all know toward the end of last year, I got very, very sick. I was hospitalized multiple times, and I did end up losing my job because I was out of work so much. So reworking a budget and our finances until I can find another source of steady income has definitely been a bit of a challenge, but we are navigating it. But we also, because we are navigating it, want to keep it top of mind for any monthly goals that we have. And like, for example, this month is going to be super small. Or I don't want to say super small, basic, as far as like, of course, we're going to sit down and do our monthly budget. We're going to continue to doing our updates weekly together because that's been working really well for us. And this time we're going to add $100 to savings. Now, $100 doesn't sound like a lot in the month, but for us, it works right now with the season of life that we're in. And also too, our son just turned 15 this month in April. And of course, 15 is a big birthday, and we kind of, maybe splurged just a little bit. It's 15. He only turns 15 once. That was my explanation to my husband. Okay, so then next is home project. And I'm going to do this one a little bit differently because I want to put what it is. So this month, our home project is going to be our fence. And we are doing all of because we're homesteading. So I don't want to say all, but I can tell you a good solid 90% of everything that we're doing around our property is us doing it ourselves. To include, we're going to be doing our own fence. We went and bought the materials for it. My husband has a tractor. We have all the tools that we need to do it. So we can save probably a good $8,000 just doing it ourselves versus paying somebody to come out and get it done. Now, I get it. It's maybe not logical for everybody to be able to do a lot of home projects or bigger projects even on their own. for us, it works. And that's why we're able to do that. If it doesn't work for you, sure, hire it out. Like, so for us, for anything electric, I don't know why, but I'm super very afraid of anything electric. So when it comes to running any electric, so when my husband built his shop and he needed electric ran, those were the projects I was like, pause, time out. We need a professional. That way if something happens, it's covered. It's not just, you know, we did it. Obviously, anytime we have to pull permits and things like that, we do. But we'd like to do a lot of the stuff on our own. I don't know, it just adds value to your homestead, to me that way. So anyways, that is it. So now I no longer need my little cheat sheet. But again, if you're like me, you like to keep things. So I do keep this in my goals planner to kind of, I like to reflect on it. And I do use these actually to evolve my planning. But let's get this back in here. Oh, look, see, I'm pulling all kinds of, I told you my desk is a mess. Wait, I may not have told you in this video my desk is a mess. But this is the second video of that I'm filming, and I did say it in my first video. My desk is a mess. Alrighty. So that is going to be my after the pen for my May overview pages. If you like this video, I do hope that you take a moment, give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. I do want to say thank you so much for spending a little time with me today, and I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye, y'all.